Alright, so this video was suggested by a commenter. It was the 1972 alternate election of President Robert Kennedy versus Ronald Reagan. Now, I looked back in the past 4 elections, see which states haven't flipped in 16 years before this election, and the only state that hasn't flipped was Arizona, and DC's never flipped. So, Arizona is going to be safe red, and DC safe red. I'm not going to do the margins because I'm tired. That is calling my name, but video game is too, and I'm itching to play a video game. Now let's start filling out this map. I think the West Coast, these 4 West Coast states are gonna go to Reagan pretty handedly. Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana as well. Alaska I think could go to Reagan as well. Hawaii, it's gonna go to Kennedy as well. I actually think New Mexico will go to Robert Kennedy. Like, nobody's gonna believe me. Like, you don't know shit. I'm like, you're right, I don't know shit. I think Colorado's gonna... I hate this so much. Alright, let's just get this out of here. We don't need to see this. Okay. I think Robert Kennedy will end up winning Texas. Texas, before this election, went blue, so I don't see that changing anytime soon. As well as Oklahoma and Kansas. I don't think it's gonna... I think it'll flip back to the Democrats. Reagan's gonna win Nebraska, North and South Dakotas. I think Minnesota will go. Minnesota, Iowa. I think these states down and up in here will go to Kennedy by a pretty big margin. These southern states will go to Kennedy. Kennedy, he's going to have a huge presence in Florida just because he has that incumbent's advantage. South Carolina, I think North Carolina is going to be an outlier in the South, as well as Tennessee and Kentucky. But Kennedy's going to win Virginia pretty handily, I feel like. West Virginia will go to Reagan as well. The Rust Belt, that was trending pretty red hard, so Reagan's going to end up winning those states by a big margin, I feel like, as well as New York, which gives him the election, hands down. All of Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont will go to Reagan, as well as the rest of these states right up in here, besides Massachusetts. I feel like actually these states right here, I don't feel like we'll go to Reagan. Alright, so this is the final electoral map. Ronald Reagan with 329 electoral votes to Robert Kennedy's 208. So Kennedy only gets 1 term. Reagan starts his term here. And will most likely bring up the Reagan Revolution. The Cold War will most likely end sooner. The Vietnam War will probably end sooner. Korean War end sooner. It's all thanks to Reagan. Yeah, as you can tell, the map's pretty split in half. This is a pretty awkward map, if you want my honest opinion. If you look at this, you're like, okay, who won? You're going to say the red won because it looks like they won a bigger chunk of the map. But, screw it, I don't care. How do y'all like this video? I enjoyed this video. It isn't a huge landslide like Nixon and McGovern was in this time. If Kennedy were to win the nomination and were to beat Nixon, which I feel like he would have, it would have been close, but I feel like, you know, Kennedy probably would have lost the popular vote, not gonna lie. And then Democrats would have lost one more talking point to use against Trump. But yeah, McGovern pretty much started the far left agenda of the Democrats, so. Anyway, guys, this is the Catic One saying peace. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell for notification. Like, comment, and my Twitter is SparkCast21 if you want to go follow me.